Two things that I've discovered about Sigma males that make them so fucking different. Sometimes weird different, sometimes beautifully different, but different. And I'm saying this as a so-called Sigma male. Now, some people have a certain imagery of what a Sigma male is. For some people it's bad, for some people it's heroic or whatever it is. Labels don't matter. I'm talking about the characteristics of people. And people got different characteristics. Like, it's a blend. But here are the two things that make Sigma males so fucking different. And it's the combination of the two. The first one is authenticity. Now, a lot of people are authentic. A lot of people speak from their heart. A lot of people, are straight up people. They don't bullshit you. They stay true to the word. I don't necessarily mean that type of authentic. I mean authentic in the sense of what I believe and what I value is not impacted by what other people believe and what other people value. So authentic in the sense that if I think that this picture is beautiful, that's where it ends. It's not what do other people think. That's what I mean by authentic. Sigma males are undeniably authentic. Sometimes it helps them, sometimes it hurts them because they don't really want to be fake. Being fake is exhausting, and being fake runs you the risk of being exposed. And then once you're exposed, now you got to do double, triple time to get your name and your character back up to a certain standard. If it ever gets there, you got to fucking leave town. You got to leave school. So Sigma males, they don't want to be disgraced in that way by being fake. So in situations where they kind of have to be fake, you got to know how to work the room. You got to know how to small talk people. Horrible. We're horrible at it. I'm horrible. I'm so fucking horrible at small talk. Horrible. It's like nails on a chalkboard. It's like grinding metal. It's like your wife telling you to do something. I am horrible at small talk. Horrible. And yet, the second part of what makes Sigma males unique is that if you can meet me somewhere in the middle of the funnel. Now, part of my work as an entrepreneur is advertising related. And so there's different names for this, but there's a sales funnel. Generally, it's 3 levels. It's different names for the levels, but I like to say ADA. The top of the funnel is attention. You're trying to get people's attention, brand awareness. The middle of the funnel is about discovery. I call it discovery. That's when someone discovers they might actually need your business or service. They might actually like something about you. They might actually remember you in a conscious way. And the bottom of the funnel is acquisition. Attention, discovery, acquisition. At the top of the funnel, attention, people are trying to get what? So they do different things. There's the type of attention that you give because something caught your attention, a loud sound, somebody made a sudden movement. And then there's the type of attention where you yourself granted your attention. You paid attention willingly. And at the bottom of the funnel, there's acquisition, where someone is trying to get you to buy something. Someone's trying to get you to do something. It's about the end of the line. It's about the bottom line. It's like, where does all this... We've been in a relationship for 2.5 weeks. Where is this going? Someone is trying to get you to purchase something. Someone is trying to get to the end of whatever this whole journey is. But in the middle, discovery, that's a special place. And so, like I said, I think about this all the time because of work, because of advertising, but it's also relatable to relationships. There's many people who operate on a discovery level. On an attention level, they're always trying to get someone's attention. They're bouncing around, they're saying things, they're doing things. They don't always know why they do it. Deep down in there, they kind of like the reaction. They kind of like the reward, the return they get when they get people's attention. Some people, they pride themselves on cutting through the bullshit. They pride themselves on, What was the outcome? That's all that mattered. Hey, we went out to the club. You hollered at 5 or 6 girls, 5 or 6 dudes, whatever the situation. How many of them called you? How many of them did you fuck? How many of them had the outcome? You're getting these clicks, you're getting these views on your website and your app. What is the monetization? You know what I'm saying? So you get some people who are bottom of the funnel. It's all about the cash out. It's all about what does this mean? So the way I like to look at it is the top of the funnel, attention, that's external. Something has to get your attention externally. The bottom of the funnel, that's external. Something is trying to get you to take action, to conclude a journey, to provide an answer. The middle of the funnel, discovery, is all internal. And it's so magically beautiful. But I was going to say you got to have a passcode to get in. You don't have to have a passcode to get in. It just has to fit. You just somehow have to know what buttons, what numbers to push in. And that's the whole point. That's the whole magical point about the middle of the funnel. And that's what makes Sigma males so beautifully maddening. Because when you're trying to reach them at the top, on an attention level, you're trying to get their attention, you might not get their attention. I couldn't tell you how many times I've ignored people who I could tell I had a vibe. They were trying to get people's attention. My attention is valuable because it's part of the time that I have, the precious time that I have. Also, like I say, related to work, I have to think about this all the time because of advertising and marketing. Attention is currency. Attention is currency. You right now, thank you for paying a certain amount of attention to this video or any of my other previous videos where I talk about shit, Sigma male shit, being middle-aged, being a business owner, men and women, different other, just whatever different type of shit. But it's about discovery. You stick around because you discovered something that maybe you were interested in, maybe you can relate to, maybe helped solve a problem. But you discovered it. It's in the middle. I'm not trying to get your attention. And I for damn sure I'm not trying to sell you anything. Not yet. But even then, if you purchase it, if you continue to watch, it's on you. Because somewhere in the middle of the funnel, you discovered something. And so I bring this back to Sigma males. The first thing was about authenticity. We're not about what other people think. We're not about following the crowd. Sometimes it don't even make sense. But I sometimes don't do what everyone else is doing because I need to see what the options are. I need to see what else there is. I can't just always go by the word of I don't know these people. Now, if they're people that you trust, the people that you relate to, people you done been through the battles and the wars with, that's different. But just in general, I saw on Rotten Tomatoes that this said this. I don't give a fuck what it said on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't give a fuck what this person said. How many times have you liked something or loved something or someone, and other people are like, "What are you?" It's not for you. It's for me. Internal. So that's what I'm saying. Sigma males are internal. We can operate internal and external, but the real fire is in that discovery mode. That's what I'm trying to say. And that discovery mode is almost entirely internal. So Sigma males, we have times where on the attention level and on the acquisition level, we look inept. We look out of place. And then on the discovery level, we look like a fucking Jedi. How is it that you can go to this nightclub, you can go to the setting, you can be in this environment, we out here hollering at girls, or we out here, trying to chit-chat with people, and you don't say nothing to nobody? Or how come, everybody here, is going home with somebody tonight, and you're not going home with somebody tonight? What's up with that? And then you'll find out that person has got someone. I know I'm going off on a little bit tangent, but that person has got someone, or that person is in a situation where they don't need to chase, and they don't need to close out a deal. They good. They got theirs. I don't need to talk to somebody tonight unless I discover there's a reason to talk to them. I remember once I was kicking it with some friends of mine. I could tell you a bunch of stories, and maybe I will in some other videos. Some dudes hanging out, some ladies hanging out. We like in our mid to late 20s or something. And One of the girls that was near me, she got on heels. So I'm 6'2", she's at a certain height. I like a little height. A lot of taller dudes I know, they like shorter women. I like a little height. 5'7" and above, I notice you a little bit more. Anyway, she had a little height on her. So I look her up and down. I don't have no game. That's another thing too. Sigma males don't have game. They don't, that's attention level. That's acquisition level. Sigma males don't have game. They're not trying to sell you. They're not trying to get your attention. It has to be something in the middle that both of you discover. And then that discovery, can't nobody fuck with. Other people often don't get it. They don't see it. But you two do. The people that operate in that discovery level, they get it. And so, going back to what I was saying, she had a little bit of height on her. So, I didn't really know what to say to her. I didn't know what the game, how to game her. These other dudes is talking and they spitting game. Saying what you're supposed to say. What am I supposed to say? So, I just happened to notice she had some height, this and that. I couldn't really tell if she was in heels or not, so I said to her, how tall are you? And I can't remember, I just think she said her height like 5'9" or something. And I was like, is that in heels or not in heels? Now, my boys, not right in the spot, but a little bit later on, clowned me. Like, why the fuck you asking her about her heels? Like, nigga, what are you talking about? Like, you're supposed to be hollering and gaming, or you asking her about how tall are you, or with or without? They clowned me. If I bring it up to this day, 20-some years later, I know exactly verbatim what they're going to say and how they're going to clown me. But the thing is she didn't clown me. And many other people who operate on that middle level, they would have got the fucking hook with the bait I just threw in the water. That's what I'm saying. Sigma males, an alpha male would not have said that. A beta male would not have said that. Some of the other labels, whether you believe in them or not, different other people would not have said that. That wasn't a line that you spit for game. That's a line that you spit for discovery. And when that person picks up on it, okay, here's another clue too. Like I say, business related. I think about it all the time. Here's another way you can know that you've entered the middle of the funnel. Attention, discovery, awareness. In the middle of the funnel, discovery, that's where people generally start to ask, seek, and respond to questions. Questions. If I have no interest in what it is that you're presenting me, questions fall to the ground like fucking gravity. If I have interest in even just one question, I'll pick it up. So some dudes, that's part of their game, spitting out questions, hoping that she'll answer one or partially answer one, and then they can jump in on there. It's like a jump rope. They just waiting for the opportunity. Sigma males, another thing my boys used to how they would describe my game, how I would describe my game. And I think a lot of Sigma males, this also might be accurate. Like I said, if I'm off base, tell me where I'm off base. Or if you feel me, tell me where you feel me. But Sigma males, we kind of spit, I call it, it's game without game. So like I said, me asking that girl, that lady, young woman, whatever, how tall she was, she responded. I said, is that with heels or without heels? Some women, they swat that away. Like, what type of fucking question was that? Some women, you just opened the door to multiple rooms. You just found a skeleton key to multiple rooms. See how she responds. See how much information she gives back. Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Sigma males, I'm telling you, we operate on a different level. Sometimes it's elevated. And sometimes we look inept. Everybody's out here socializing and mingling and talking and this and that, blah, 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 and you just don't really look like you belong. And then sometimes you could be doing your thing, got your vibe on, and you get multiple people that come up to you. Or multiple people that just sense the vibe that you got and want to rub off on it. And then it's reinforced. Like, oh, you actually pretty decent. You actually pretty cool. Like, I can't really judge you. You're a little mysterious. But I'm curious. questions, middle of the funnel. I didn't ask you to pay attention to me, and I'm not trying to get you to buy anything. So that's what I'm saying. It's weird for many people, my friends, people who don't like me, or observers, many different people have just been like, they've described to me, like, you're different. Sigma males are different. And the two main reasons that I can see, and like I said, they go hand in hand, is we're all about authenticity. We don't follow the crowd. Fake people don't, like, I was gonna say they don't amuse us. They might amuse us as far as being like content, but like we don't really respect fake people. And so it's all about authenticity. If you and I have a connection, we got a connection. We got a connection. And we're loyal in those connections. You know what I'm saying? That's why when people break up with Sigma males, when we break up with people, it's either very like seamless, like nobody cussed anybody out, like, you know, no hard feelings, like we had a great time. Or sometimes you have a sequel or two, like they kind of come back to you, they want to fuck with you a little bit longer. Maybe we can still just be friends because you was a trill person, you was a good person, you was cool. You know what I'm saying? There was times when you were an asshole, but most of the time you were. You know what I also like to describe Sigma males? Say, it's like I said, it's just an analogy. It's not a complete analogy. But you remember in Star Wars how you would have Darth Vader with his red lightsaber, Luke Skywalker with his blue lightsaber. So what was implied was that the good side had blue lightsabers. The quote-unquote bad side, the Empire, the Siths, they had red lightsabers. What did Samuel Jackson have? What did Mace Windu have? If you even go into a little bit of like Star Wars, like history, like chronology, however you describe it, like the canon history of Star Wars, they talk about all type of shit that you ain't never heard of before. There's people that have purple lightsabers because they're different. They are able to incorporate the good and the bad. That's kind of how I see Sigma males. And that's why in like the hierarchy, whatever so-called male hierarchy, personality hierarchy, sorry, that's why a lot of times people will put alpha males at the top. Not necessarily because they're the best, but because they are always shooting a shot. They're always boisterous, they're always loud, you know who they are, they're going to go for it. And they a lot of times don't back down. You got the beta males who sometimes they shoot their shot, but a lot of times they'll just kind of follow in the wake, follow in the wave of an alpha male, whatever. And you got different people that do different things. Like I say, fuck the labels. We're just talking about the characteristics. There's some people who are bold all the time, going for it all the time, getting your attention all the time, and trying to sell you something all the time. Usually alpha males, so-called alpha males. And there's other people who do different things. Sigma males are the people who you don't know if they're the good guy or the bad guy. I can't tell you how many times, how many situations where people at first were apprehensive about me, and then later on they were like, man, my man cool. My man cool as fuck. No problem. I've even been in a couple of movies, small, low-budget movies. I've been fucking typecast, y'all. I've been in a couple of small, low-budget movies. I think I put a couple of the videos on this channel, like, so go check out some of the old previous shit from a couple of years ago, maybe. I've been typecast as not really sure about you. I'm not sure if you're a friend or a foe. I'm not really sure. But if you discover something about me, you're like, my man cool as fuck. That's my man right there. No, he good. I know you don't know him. He look like he not from around here. Sometimes people say I look like this, like whatever. He good. Don't worry about him. Or like in the mafia, how they be like, it's a friend of mine, it's a friend of ours. They be like, he a friend of mine. He cool. And then eventually, in some circles, I become a friend of ours. But that's what Sigma males are about. It's about the authenticity. Not trying to sell you nothing. I'm not trying to be fake, not trying to be around fake people. Actually, we study fake people. We peep out fake people and take notes. And like I say in the second part, which they go hand in hand, is discovery. We don't we don't fall as easily as many people do for the people trying to get attention, and we don't succumb so easily as many people do to the people that's trying to get you to do something. We're in the middle. If you can reach a Sigma male in the middle, maybe a Sigma female too. I don't fully know Sigma females. Maybe it's the same. But if you can reach a Sigma male in the middle, in that discovery zone that's internal, you got them. You can fuck with them. You can see who this person is, get to know them. Maybe ultimately you still don't fuck with them, but you can get to see them. You can get to know them, because otherwise you wasn't going to get in. You don't know. And like I said, there's so many times where I've been in situations where people have seen me multiple times and we just didn't click. There wasn't a connection just yet. And many times it never happened. But for some people it did happen. And when it happened, they were also almost basically like, what took us so long to get to know each other? You cool as fuck. And then the other people who they know, who still don't know me, who are still like, I don't know about that dude. They like, I'm telling you, he may not, he different. He different. He may not rub you the best way, but I'm telling you, my man cool though. That's Sigma males. You're not quite sure. They got the purple lightsaber out. You're not always sure what you're going to get. But I'm telling you 2 ways to figure out the passcode. So anyway, this your boy, that middle-aged guy. I was about to say something else. That middle-aged guy, diversified, just dropping another video, trying to get him out here every now and then. Stay with my crowd, stay with the tribe, stay with the family. But you know how it is. Get back out here. I'll holler at you.